G'day guys, welcome back to the show. We're your hosts. I'm Rob.
And I'm Ryan.
And I'm Matt.
As you can see, we're one short. Matt's off sailing around the world, enjoying himself.
Yes.
Lucky
yes.
bugger.
Discovering new lands and things.
But anyway, before we start the show, I'd just like to give a quick shout out and thanks to Anarchist Llama 3D printing. Aaron over there, he does an amazing job at what he does, and he hooked us boys up with these skulls. Yeah, absolutely
That is sick.
Unbelievable. And he also did dog tags for us.
That's
On
sick.
the back. Bit of mafia.
Watch me try and drink out of that caddy.
Oh god, I'm with you there.
I just feel like
I
it's
absolutely love it.
primed for it.
But yeah, no, Aaron, we appreciate it, mate, and yeah, look forward to having you on the show one day.
Bloody oath. Master at the 3D prints.
Oh, how good. He is so good. Like, I'm going to leave a link to this podcast, and yeah, his link will be in the podcast. So if you want to go over and have a look at what he does, go and have a look. You can buy stuff off him as well. He's got some really cool stuff.
Pretty reasonable price stuff too.
I was just about to say that he's very good with his pricing as well.
Yeah, considering the quality. It's yeah.
Yeah, some people just print it and they're like, here you go. And it's just like, "Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Nah, highly recommend going and checking him out.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, let's move on with the show. Tonight's episode we're at episode 28, and we're just going to be talking a bit about sport. There's a bit of a sport recap of the weekend and barbecue stuff because I recently got myself a new barbecue. So,
Oh yeah, you'd be frothing.
we'll get to that in a minute. But I'll start off because my weekend was pretty adventurous. We went down to took the trek down to Adelaide from Port Augusta, and yeah, we got there. We got to Adelaide around about 12:30. The game didn't start till 3:30, so we got to have a few drinks beforehand. And it was actually pretty funny because one of my oldest daughters, she said, "Oh, we're going to be catching the I think it was a 2:00, 2:05 train," and she's like, "2:05? Why that early?" And I'm like, "Are you serious? The game starts at 3:30." And then when we finally got there and we got a drink and went to the hill and stood, the game was about to start. And she turned around and she goes, "Yeah, lucky we got the train then." Yeah, exactly.
I always have to pre. That's the only thing I do organise. I'm pretty unorganised at the best of times, but if I'm going to watch a game, I want to get there. Even like if you allow yourself 15, 20 minutes, you can't allow for like delays on public transport. A good hour is a good time.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. But yeah, when we got there, I was fucking half charging already, and got there, the sun was fucking blaring. I'm like, "You beauty, this is gonna be great." And because we chose to stand on the hill, and we were lucky we did because there was just shade there all day. It was perfect where we were standing. But I was on the heavies, so and I don't drink heavies much, so
yeah,
I was fucking blotto. So my recap of sport and the football is up to about half time, and then I'm going to have to go back and rewatch the rest of the game.
I did watch the game actually at home, and it looked like a cracking day for it. Actually,
It was a perfect day. It really was. But yeah, no, the first quarter went all right. People that are playing along at home, it was Eagles versus Power. So you know the result from that. But the first quarter was really good. Like I was really shocked at how they went, and
Yeah.
it was funny because where we were standing, there was like probably about 10 guys, like 10 young fellas, and they were like, they'll just every time Harley Reid would get the ball, they'd just go nuts, and you can hear them because when I rewatched the first quarter when I got home, you could hear them like as soon as Harley got the ball, you could hear him start roaring. And I'm like, I knew they were loud where we were, but fucking hell.
Yeah, yep. People at home can hear them.
Yeah, and there's other Eagles supporter there. She like leans over to Sam and she's like, "Oh, those sort of people make the rest of us look bad." Fuck off, Mole. Just go back over there.
Oh, fucking fair weather supporter.
Yeah, that's right. You wait till I fire up. Fucking hell.
You wait till I fucking get a few more heavies in and I'll knock your fucking lights out.
When I did fire up, fucking Sam was freaking out. She's like, "Robert, you're going to get beat up in a minute. There's Port fans everywhere." Well, I ain't going to fuck. But yeah, no, the first quarter was great. Second quarter kind of definitely got away from us. Like you could tell the difference in class.
Yeah.
And it just went from there. At the end of the day, I was surprised that we didn't get beat as much as we did. But like I said, it wasn't until the next day when I sobered up and shit and I seen the score properly and made me realise, oh wow, fucking hell, they missed a lot of fucking goals. Like if they'd have kicked even half of them, the score would have looked even worse. But,
yeah. There was a period. I thought it was the end of the third quarter or the start of the fourth quarter where Port Adelaide went to sleep for 5 minutes and they got a couple of quick goals. And they got the margin back to like 28 or 30 odd or something.
It got about it was about 30, something like that. Yeah, 28, 30. Yeah.
Yeah. Which at that point I sent a message. I was like, oh, they're down, but they haven't stopped either. Like when you get behind the scoreboard by a lot, it's easy to just go to sleep and not give a fuck.
Yeah.
They sort of kept plugging away.
There was stages there, like because at the game you can see more and stuff, and there was stages there where it looked like they were definitely there to play. Like no, it kind of looked like there's something. This could be closer than it ended up being. But it was just like that. The lapse in their lapse in judgment and fitness and all that sort of stuff. When it come down to it at the end, when Power just started charging on, it's like, yep, no, we're going now.
Yeah. Is that the first or second round?
It's the second, but it's our first. Us and Power. It's stupid.
Okay.
I don't like what they've done this year, but
the NRL is the same. It's weird.
Yeah, it's the first round for us. But it's the second round for like Carlton and fucking who else is it? Gold Coast.
Oh, okay.
Collingwood, all them sort of shit. Yeah, it's like half the teams played and the other half didn't. So it's like they'll have their break probably before we all do and all that sort of shit. I don't know how they worked it out. It's fucking stupid. But. Because the NRL did it because when they went over to bloody Vegas, didn't they?
Yeah, those two games counted as the first round, and it wasn't until the next week that the other teams played their first game. It was a little weird. It was yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's because the Broncos and the teams that went over to Vegas, they still played the next week, so they're like a game ahead. And I'm like, that throws everything. Like, how does that work when final? I don't know. They've obviously got a plan, but it threw me a bit. I just thought it was strange.
Yeah, that's what they're doing to the AFL as well. Like, there's teams that are a game ahead already, and it's like, I know they're going to end up having breaks and stuff to level it all out, so they'll get an extra break than everyone else because like you usually have your halfway mark and. They'll have like one lot of team has a break and then the other team has a break the week after.
Yeah, okay, yep.
These teams will probably get an extra break.
it could work out for some teams,
Oh yeah, bloody oath.
like in a favoritism type of way.
Yeah, because I wonder if the AFL put it to the clubs, like saying like, would you be interested in playing this first round?
Yeah,
'cause,
true.
like, where were they? They're all over in Queensland and Sydney, wasn't it? I think the first round, first lot of games. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, there was some in Brisbane,
Yeah,
I think.
I'm pretty sure.
Or
they were
Gold,
over-
I don't know, Gold Coast. I don't know if it was the Gabba or not. I can't remember. No, it was the Gabba because I had a couple of people go to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon they're playing like a few games. Yeah, playing them over in Queensland and Sydney just to get people to fucking go to the games and stuff.
Oh, it's still fucking. What was it? The game before West Coast and Port. I think I was watching it. I don't know if it was Essendon or fucking. I forget who was playing. It might have been Carlton actually. Anyway, the game prior to that had 80,000 people, and I was like,
Yep.
"That's fucking like NRL struggles to like they'll pack out state of origin games. That's about it.
Yeah.
It's hard to pack out a regular season game unless it's like a Friday night and the Broncos are playing at Suncorp. But even that's like 60,000 cap.
Wow. Yeah.
And I get on these like threads though. There's always that fucking like the old Holden versus Ford debate. There's always the AFL versus NRL debate. And I watch both codes.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've watched NRL for a lot longer, so I wouldn't say I'm a bigger fan, but I watch more NRL. But even NRL supporters are they're in denial about fucking their sport. I was like, what do you think? Fucking old Volandis, the CEO of the NRL, took the game over to America. Cunt's desperate as fuck to get numbers, and there was 10% of people outside of England and America at that Las Vegas game because England's got the NRL Super League. Yeah. Everyone there flew over from Australia and England. Americans actually didn't give a fuck about it.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, money well, and he's like calling it a success because he sold out the stadium. I'm like, for one, the stadium held 48,000 people, and they were made up of fucking fans that bought tickets from here.
Yeah.
Like, just have the fucking opener here.
Yeah,
like,
that's right.
Fucking hell. But yeah, anyway.
It's fucking stupid.
It's just impressive how an AFL substandard, regular season game, wields 80,000 people at a stadium. Well, it's impressive actually.
I was shocked because when we were at the game, me and Sam were looking around. It was like there's so many empty fucking seats, and I'm like, Power are fucking gonna do well this year, and they've they're coming up against West Coast the first game, so it was a gimme game. Like they were gonna win, but they still didn't get all their fans there, and I was like, that's just slack. Like, and I feel like some of that mentality is a lot of that on like AFL fucking supporters, especially the older generation. They're just like, nah, it's a bit warm today. I'm not gonna go.
Yeah,
I'll just sit here and watch it on TV. But like they say, if you don't. There's a sell it forward kind of thing. I don't know if the Power fans do it, but there's like if you're not going to go to a game, your ticket can be sold to someone else, but it's not like, as soon as you go like the week after or a couple of games after, it's yours. Like it's always yours. But
okay,
if you're not going to go,
about members.
Yeah, members. Yeah,
yeah.
But if you're like, nah, I'm not going to go. Buy a membership, but never fucking go. You can sell you that ticket. Like they can resell that ticket to someone else that can go, that wants to go, but it could be sold out, but it's not really sold out because there's seats sitting there that people aren't.
Yeah, I see. I'd imagine the NRL would be the same because each club has a membership base that you pay for.
Yeah,
and it gives you season tickets. I mean, I no point in me buying Cowboy fucking membership. There's no way I'll travel to Townsville every home game.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to fucking give Brisbane Broncos any fucking hard-earned money. Fuck them cunts. But people would do that. They just because I think the price of an annual membership, you only have to go to 2 games and you got your money's worth. Like, it's not overly expensive from what I remember. It may have changed, but it wasn't like, huge money. There's probably different levels of membership, but just base seats.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, that'd
Exactly
be a big thing, I reckon. Like empty seats, be a lot of
Yeah.
members just like, oh yeah, no, not this week.
Yeah.
Which
Oh, yeah.
it's
Like especially like their first game of the season. Like you should be getting behind them, showing your support and all that sort of stuff, and not being like, oh yeah, nah, I'll go to the next one or I'll go to another one.
yeah.
And
Yeah, no, that's when everyone should be hyped for their team at the start.
yeah, that's
Fair
right.
enough if your team's going dog shit and it's like, nah, I'm not
Yeah,
going on this one. There's only 3 games left of the season.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's different. Like it's different when your fucking team's going absolute garbage. But I was like last year, I was absolutely fucking shocked at Eagles fans when they were pretty much filling up Optus Stadium still, and we were like going absolutely garbage. I just thought to myself, that's great. Like that's what these players need right now. They need their fans behind them. They don't need them dumping fucking horse shit out the front of their fucking club rooms like Richmond did. Fucking.
I mean, I always looked. Not everyone would share the same opinion, but like even, it's like a fucking, that old saying: a bad day's fishing beats a good day at work. Like I'd still rather go to the footy, even if my team's losing.
Yeah.
It sucks, but you're still at the footy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like having a couple of beers, just fucking, and if your team wins, then unreal. But fucking, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we were
Beats a
saying.
lot of other things you can be doing.
Well, that's what we were saying on Sunday. Like, it's different when you're watching a game at home, and it's easy to get frustrated watching on TV and that. But when you're at the game, you got your mates there, and you're just drinking and fucking having a good time.
Yeah.
It's kind of the game kind of just slips away sometimes, and you just enjoy yourself, just sitting there, just having a good time.
It's like when you get less angry playing Rocket League with your mates rather than playing randoms.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, I've always loved going to a live game of footy. I reckon I've been to more live games of footy when it's not even my team playing. Like obviously to watch the Cowboys play is a bit of a scarce opportunity because of where they're located. But even like going down to Suncorp and watching, God forbid, I have to fucking sit through and watch the Broncos play. But even watching 2 teams play, they could be the 2 most dog shit skilled teams in the competition or the best. It's still a really good experience. Still a great
Fucking oath.
I reckon if anyone is out there that is a fan of footy, whether it be AFL or NRL, and if you haven't gone to the game, buy a ticket this year and go to one. Doesn't matter what code, what game, where. It's a great time.
Yep. I used to go to a few power games a few years ago with my mates, just to go to the game and just have a drink and just sit down and watch footy and just talk shit with everyone. And one day went to one game and fucking ended up being a history making game because it was fucking Power and Gold Coast, and Gold Coast won their first game of AFL against Sport.
Oh, okay, wow. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, so I was just like, oh, I was here when they did that. Even though
It's something, hey.
One of my mates was one of my other mates that were with us, he's an Eagles fan as well. And he was full going for Gold Coast. He's like, fucking come on. I'm like, mate, shut the fuck up. We are like right in the thick of power.
Any excuse not to support the Power.
Yeah, it was so fucking funny.
If it wasn't for Koshi, I'd probably fucking support them when they weren't playing. Either West Coast or fucking Fuck.
Hey guys,
that's the 3rd time I've mentioned that cunt on this podcast. I've got to stop. He's getting too much airtime. But yeah,
live footy's good. I'm a bit more at ease now, I think, because I've had a couple of years off of fucking not watching footy because I was just getting way too angry at watching the game and I just didn't like the person I was turning into when I was watching football. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. It's just not fun. It wasn't fun for me to watch football anymore. It was just, I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But this year it started to, Like, and just going to that game instantly, I was just like, yeah, no, I've found that fucking love for it again and the passion for it, and I'm already looking
Yeah,
forward to
I
Sunday.
feel that.
Mm.
Like, you know, when when footy season starts to wind up, like finals footy, and like unless you like watching the cricket, or I don't know what other sports run in or over the summer, like you take that 3-4 months that they have off, or 5 months that they have off, and that first game of like trials match starts and it's like aired on TV. It's like footy season's
Yeah.
back, and I reckon this year, I don't know, I don't remember who I watched. I would have watched the Cowboys trial game, but just the fact that footy was back on TV,
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I got a good feeling about this. No, I haven't got a good feeling about my team per se, but I like the fact that footy's back. I'm going to watch, a lot of games this year. Because truth be told, because it is in the winter time, it's a great time, when Saturday or Sunday rolls around and you can, I don't know, just move your TV outside if you wanted to and just sit,
Hmm.
have a few beers and watch live footy. Fuck,
Yep.
it's a good time. It's a good pastime.
Fucking oath. No,
Cooking
it
some
really
food.
is. Oh, that's what I'm doing on like Sunday. 'Cause I'm going to cook Friday, but I want to cook. I would love to cook Sunday as well because the footy's on Sunday afternoon, so I want to watch the footy. Want to fucking cook something and just sit back and have a good day.
Yeah, I was actually just saying to um, one of my mates when we went up to meat stock, and we were saying, we're joking about. I reckon we'll have some serious time off the piss after this weekend. But even talking before, I was like, man, I don't even know if I want to go to the pub anymore and watch the footy. I kind of want to just sit at home and have some
Yeah.
home beers and watch the footy. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
and that was another thing. Why I got a good feeling about like the footy season, like regardless whether my team does anything or not. It's just the fact that nothing's on a Saturday or Sunday. Like I haven't got any commitments to go somewhere or do anything. It's like I'm gonna be at home, fucking having some beers, watching the
Yep.
footy, firing up the smoker. Like I reckon it makes for a great time. Well, and I love winter for that fact.
Fucking oath. Yeah. It's so true. See, my thing is because I don't support a local team. I've never been a fan of going to a pub and watching my team play because, especially when we're playing a local team, because it's like, yeah, you're like the one fucking Eagle fan to everyone's Power or everyone's Crows and all that sort of shit, and it's like, I can't be
Oh
here.
yeah, Adelaide Crows. That's another
Yeah.
one. Yeah, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Is that like that's like the difference between codes? I think it's hard to find a lot of Queensland-based teams. Like if you go to the pub on a Friday night or a Saturday night here, there's more supporters of outside Queensland teams than
Yeah.
there are actual Queensland, which I can't blame them. I mean, fucking you wouldn't. I could be born and bred in Brisbane. Thank God I'm not. I'm not fucking supporting Brisbane at all.
Yeah.
And then, you got the Gold Coast Titans. It's like they're, I mean, they're still, I guess they've been around for a while now, but it takes a long time to build a supporter base from scratch.
Yeah.
You get people that jump ship from a fellow team. But yeah, a lot of people support outside Queensland teams in the NRL up here. A lot of Melbourne
Yeah.
supporters. It's different. Whereas like, I think the AFL, as you said, Adelaide or South Australia in general, they'd probably be predominantly that two-team supporter base.
Well, that's right, and it'd be like that over in WA, where that'd either be West Coast or Freo, and
Yeah,
you get your random outside supporters and stuff. But like when you're in Melbourne, you're always got a mixed bag of supporters because there's just teams everywhere and fucking
yeah, true.
all that shit. But I got a funny story. When me and my dad, I don't know if it's the first time we went to Queensland. Might have been the first, maybe the first or second time we went. And Dad goes, "Oh, you want to go down? There's an RSL just around the corner, and they're going to be showing the fight tonight." And it was fucking, it was Anthony Mundine versus fucking, who the fuck was it?
Oh, Jock.
Honestly can't remember who he was fighting. But me and Dad, we're sitting there having a few beers, and because we weren't going for Monday, but we're like we didn't know if anyone else were, because we just thought, because he come from the NRL, fucking, we thought he's probably like everyone there is probably going for him and all that sort of shit, and we're just sitting there having a few beers, like quietly going, fucking knock me out, get me out. And then he got hit really fucking hard and he got knocked down, and I reckon everyone in the RSL just erupted. We're like,
what, in celebration?
yes.
Yeah, I've never known one person to. I've watched him fight live maybe twice, and the last fight he ever had that I've seen, he fought Jeff Horn, and Horn fucking knocked him down in like the second round or some shit, and ended up winning. Man, I've never seen anyone go for him ever.
No,
like live in person.
I had a mate that. Mate, he was obsessed with him, but my mate's a fucking Dragons fan, so that's why.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
See, Mundine he didn't fucking have much of a career as an NRL player from what I remember.
No.
Like, it wasn't that many first grade games at all.
Well, I remember him for his fucking backflips and shit.
Yeah, and I used to shit me to tears when news articles would like quote him. They're like, "Oh, an NRL great has had his say." I'm like, you can't be talking about Mundine as an NRL great. Like, come on. Fair crack at the old sauce bottle, Channel 7.
Oh, wow. That's fucking shocking.
Yeah, no. It's so good now because Thursday's the first game in NRL, and I believe there's an AFL game on a Thursday as well.
I'm not sure if they're every week, but yeah, some weeks there selected. Are.
Yeah, Thursday to Sunday, it's like, because I don't mind watching both codes. Yeah, it's like you've always got something to watch. Mm-hmm. It's so good. Like,
fucking, that's what Sam said the other night when you gave me the Foxtel details. She goes, I don't think I've ever seen so much football on our TV, because I'm just sitting there just watching back-to-back games, and then I'm just like, oh, fucking NRL might be on, and I flicked over, and that's when Cowboys were just running up the fucking ground. I'm like, go!
Yeah, that fucking game, man. I nearly stopped watching. I was like, because we shouldn't have been behind versus the fucking. Who did we play? No hope. We shouldn't have got beaten by that. We shouldn't have been down with them. Holy fuck, forget.
It wasn't Manly, was it?
The Knights.
Oh, the Knights, yeah.
They were. Yeah, and then when I forget who scored. It was 20-all, and they had a kick from just off center. I'm like, game over. There's only like a minute and something to go, and he fucking missed the goal kick. I'm like, it went to extra time. I was like, nah, fuck off. Like, but you know how they say, "Oh, win's a win." It's like, yeah, but it's not a hopeful sign struggling against a team who's a bottom feeder anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's never I don't know. You maybe put it down to just getting complacent or too comfortable that you were going to win, but fucking yeah. 10 years ago, I would have been one of them fans. Like, fans can either be deniers or fucking humble people. Like, 10 years ago, if we had lost that, I would have been like, nah, fucking refs gave us bad calls, fucking Knights are cheating dogs. But now, as you get older, it's like, you recognise when your team's playing like shit and you can admit it. Yeah. Whereas, like, sometimes back when I was first started watching footy, I'm like, nah, you're cheaters. Refs help you. Just fucking,
Cough.
But no.
It's a fun game. It's a roller coaster of emotions.
It is, like, unless
you fucking ups and downs and highs and
unless
lows.
you're not a diehard footy fan, you're like, it's hard to explain. Well, when your team's playing, like, and they're a chance of winning, or even like, you're watching a representative game, like a State of Origin game or something like that. And I get nervous before every State of Origin game. I fucking get nervous
Yeah.
And like, even a normal club game when my team plays, I get nervous. It's like it's hard to explain unless
Yeah,
you
that's
would know
right.
what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
people who aren't like diehard
I
fans,
I even fucking when State of Origin on next level, I get antsy. I can't fucking sit still. As soon as fucking New South Wales start going and getting a fucking bit of run on, crack shits, I'm like, I'm fucking not watching this anymore.
see that is one game like the 3 games. If like New
Mhm.
South Wales are up, that'll be the one time that I'll be like, nah, Queensland. It's not Queensland's fault. It's fucking refs, mate. Fucking, he's a cheat.
That's right. It's a fucking cheating.
Like I don't. That is when I get angry. Like for a brief period of my life, for those 3 weeks, I hate absolutely everyone in New South Wales. I don't care who you are. I don't want to fucking hear from you. And then after it all dies down, it's like, okay, let's talk
Yeah,
footy.
that's right.
But yeah, those big games, like even grand final. Like my team hasn't been in a grand final since 2015. We won in 2015, but we made it again in 2017. So even like a grand final that doesn't even involve my team, I still get fucking a bit nervous. I'm like, oh, who do I want to win? It's a big
you kind
game.
of, yeah. And then once you side with the team and they start doing shit, you're like, oh my fucking God.
Yeah, I know. It could be a team that you hate normally, and then they start losing. It's like, nah, the refs cheating again.
They're being robbed, these cunts.
They're being robbed. You start jumping on their fucking supporter page, supporting this team that you wouldn't even give 2 pisses about.
Oh, that makes you laugh though when you do that, don't you? You start going for a team, like
I do it too.
support them
Yeah.
for a day or something, and you start going off. It's like you sit back and go, hang on a minute, I don't even go for this team. I just need to calm down.
Yeah, I know. I've done like if my team gets done by a certain team, I'll for a week or so I'll have the utmost hatred towards that team that's beaten my favorite team.
Yeah.
And I'll fucking slander them until they fucking play another team I hate more. Then I'm loving them all of a sudden again. I'm like, fuck, I'm bipolar when football season starts.
Yeah.
Like, it's yeah. And again, like unless you grew up watching footy and you're a diehard fan, it's just one of those things. People who are watching footy will know what we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking to my sister one day and I was telling her about this person. We're watching the game and I think it was an Adelaide West Coast game, and West Coast were like on top and just smashing them. And this lady just turned around and she's like, "Oh well, we might have a better chance next time." And I'm like, "Hey, you're not like smashing the TV or something. Like, I'd be going off right now. I would not be able to sit in the same room
I wouldn't
and
be
watch
screaming.
the same game." And I said to my sister, I said, "Sometimes I wish I could be like that." She turns around and she's like, "Nah." She goes, I'm glad the way we are. Like, we're passionate. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. I can't hide it.
You wonder if they get any enjoyment out of that, like
Yeah.
people that are complacent about like just.
That's
I
right.
can't be laid back watching a
No, I
game.
can't.
Like
It's like you watch me Sunday watching the game. It'll be a lot different to me at the footy watching the game live, because I can see being on TV and all that sort of stuff. It's going to be interesting to see how I take it, because usually I get shitty and but I'm trying my hardest this year not to go that way, and I feel like I'm going to do it this year. I'm trying to prove a point as well to Sam, because she reckons I'm not going to last. But
I mean, it's only like, yeah, I don't know. I'm always having a beer while I'm watching the footy, like unless I'm terminally hungover.
yeah,
I don't even know if it's. I think it's just passion. Like passion gets the better of people when they're watching the footy, and it comes across as rage. I wouldn't put it in the same. I don't know, unless you.
I can have an outburst where it's like, I won't smash things or anything like that or go ballistic. But like, there might be certain things in the game that absolutely piss me off, and like it could be our own team watching, and I could just go off at that, and then like Sam be like, "Come on, calm down. You don't need to be carrying on like that. Maybe you should go in another room."
just drag the TV and the couch outside. Just fucking sit in the dirt.
I do remember one time when I was younger though, and I know exactly who we were playing Western Bulldogs, and I was heavily intoxicated. Me and Matt's brother were on the piss all fucking day, and we went to the pub, and they had the game on, and fucking it was up so fucking loud, and I was like trying to avoid watching it, but all I could do was hear it.
Yeah.
I remember fucking going, mate, can you turn the fucking thing down or just change the channel? No one was watching it anyway. He's like, no, we like to have it on. I was like getting so pissed off. I picked up the stool. I'm like, if you don't turn that fucking TV down right now, I'm going to put this stool straight through that fucking TV.
I can picture old mate too. No, we like to have it on. Put Kano on, cunt.
Yeah, that's right. So I think you should leave. Fuck you, I'm going to anyway. This is fucking annoying.
It's too loud in here anyway. Good riddance.
Smash the TV on the way out. Bang!
And then you go to other pubs and they don't have sound at all if you're watching the footy. So I've that
sometimes
shit's
all you can
me
hear
to
is
tears.
fucking horse racing and shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
come on, just turn the fucking footy up.
Yeah, it's like we don't need to hear the fucking. Even when I used to bet on the horses, I don't need to hear it.
Yeah.
I can't. Fuck, I cannot watch footy without sound. Like
It's weird.
Same.
As
Yeah.
much as I hate commentators as well, the commentators sometimes just really ruin it for me. But sometimes you need it as well. You just need to hear something.
Especially if you're watching a team that you support and they make a break or they kick a good goal and you thrive off that commentator getting excited.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
a lot of there's not a lot of great fucking callers left in the NRL. Like, I used to love when State of Origin was around, and Queensland would make a break, and fucking Ray Warren would be screaming through his mic. It's like, that's fucking.
It kind of pumps you,
yeah. But yeah, just look, that's a good little window into what it's like being a footy fan.
Mm-hmm.
Probably scared people off and fucking want to watch it.
Well, I don't ever want to watch it again in my life. I don't want that stress.
It's actually terrible. Don't do it.
It's not good for your health or your blood pressure.
Speaking of things that are good for our health and blood pressure,
yes,
you got a new smoker.
Oh, I sure did, mate. You should have seen me trotting through Bunnings with the big trolley, smashing into things because I couldn't steer the cunt.
They're fucked, eh?
Hungover as fuck. I forgot so many things I wanted to get. As soon as I got the smoker and that, I was like, let's go. But yeah, no, I got myself a Pit Boss 850G bloody pellet smoker.
Nice. Good bits of gear.
Yeah, it's I'm a little bit pissed, but it's a tiny thing. But when I looked it up, they said like the Bluetooth connector thing, it was only on the 850G. And I'm like, oh, that's all right. That's what I'm getting anyway. Sweet. So I'm like, went to hook it all up today, as it was like doing the burn off, and it's like not finding it. I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? So then I looked it up again properly. It's like, oh yeah, they do, but if you pay an extra $200, you can buy the housing, the whole new panel, the upgraded panel. I'm like, fuck off, idiot! If I was going to pay the extra $200, I'll get the Pro Series one, you dickhead.
Yeah, exactly right. Like that's like the Z grill. It has, you can buy the Bluetooth panel now. And I'm like, I don't want to fuck around trying to put it in the first place.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
why don't I do that?
Honestly,
fuck the thing up?
I believe. I don't know. People might still use them, but I reckon it'd be a fad. I reckon after a while, you'd never bother connecting to Bluetooth anyway. I just don't.
Well, one thing I did read beforehand as well, the negative feedback on it was it always drops out. Like just the connectivity just always drops out.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I've got an L fucking cheapo fucking one I use to just plug a battery in, and that cunt never drops out. It's always fucking.
Yeah, that's what I got. I think I paid like $60 for mine,
Mm.
and it's got 4 Pro or 2. I haven't used it for ages because
Yeah.
the battery's flat. But if I'm cooking like a thick steak and I want them on a temperature and don't want to overcook it, I'll use it. And yeah, that thing's never missed a beat.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
that was $60 off eBay.
I reckon it might be the same one I got because I reckon I paid about that much. The only biggest problem is I have to take the battery out. Like the battery's out every time I use it because if you leave the batteries in, they just drain like straight away.
Oh,
Even with it turned off, I'm like, this is fucked. So I'm like changing batteries every time I use it, but it doesn't really bother me. Like it's not that big of a deal.
Does the Pit Boss have probes on it?
Yeah,
Like,
it does.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
It's got 2.
Yeah. See, I don't think I wouldn't worry about the Bluetooth. Hey, honestly, I wouldn't.
Nah. I'm not gonna. Like I said, I'm gonna get the chimney stack, the smoke stack.
Oh yeah.
I'll get that.
They're fucking easy
I
as
really
piss.
want to get that because I don't like the vents at the back. It's just stupid.
I've never
Because you can't even fully
that.
enclose it as well. It's weird.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I didn't realize when you said smokestack. I was like, "What do you mean?" And then I looked at the model. I googled it. I was like, "Oh, they don't have one."
Yeah, it's only on the Pro series.
Yeah,
But-
I didn't know.
I'll get one and put it on there.
They'd be cheap as fuck. They're just a bit of metal.
Yeah, it's
Really?
really like $50 or something for the
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
it's nothing really. But
you'll be frothing for Friday. You cooking?
I'm gonna cook Friday. I was gonna wait till Sunday, but I'm like, just doing the burn off today. I'm like, I can't.
Once you start smelling those pellets burning, it's like, oh, I can't wait to cook on this.
Well, the guy from Bridges Brewing messaged me when he saw my story, and he's like, "Oh, once you cook on these, you're not gonna cook on a charcoal grill again." And I'm like, you know what? I said, I was actually thinking that as I was just standing here, and I'm not smelling like a fucking bonfire, just starting up the fucking Weber. Smelling like fucking so much smoke.
I get what he's saying. I still think you'll use your Weber. I reckon.
I'll still use my Weber. I'm gonna buy a smoke chamber thing. They're about that big. You just put your pellets in there and you can light it up and it gives you the flavor and all that sort of shit.
Yep.
I do want to get that because it's gonna be because everyone says like you don't get the same flavor and all that sort of shit. And I'm not expecting to, but like the smoke flavor and all that sort of shit. But it'd be nice to still be able to put something in there to be able to give that smoke flavor to a certain meat. It's not every meat I'm going to put in there, and I would put it in there.
Yeah. Oh, it's hard to tell. Like, I don't know if your palate becomes numb after a while, but like if I was cooking on my charcoal smoker, or it's a charcoal grill more than a smoker, but like, and then you go back to the pellet smoker, and after a while, everything sort of tastes, I don't know, the same.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like,
That's what I said to Sam. I said, I want to have a couple of cooks first before I think about doing anything like that. Just so I can get the taste of what it'll taste like. Because I don't think I've eaten anything off a pellet smoker yet. So it's going to be like...
you can definitely taste smoke. Like, I just feel like...
But the thing is as well, we don't use a lot of wood when we cook on the Weber as well. So it's not like we're always getting that thick smoke flavor through things.
Yeah, that's like with the acorn. I'll fill a chimney of heat beads.
Yeah,
and I'll tip them in the acorn, but I won't always use wood with it. So you're not really getting smoke, I guess. Yeah. If you're not using
that's
wood.
right.
So there's that. Yeah, there's that as well.
Yeah.
I think. See, I just use hardwood. Like I've never bought fucking flavored wood. So you can buy specialty smoking woods from certain butchers. Have them. I'd imagine Bunnings would have them somewhere. But I've never worried about it. I've always just like either found firewood laying around the house or fucking I've got firewood from like previous deliveries because we've got a wood heater in the house, and there's always firewood laying around.
Yeah.
So I've never actually used flavored wood, so I can't really even comment whether that makes a difference or not.
Mm. Yeah, I don't think it would. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be like, oh yes, this is cherry wood. Cherry wood, I can taste going through that meat.
See, that's what shits me. Like there was a barbecue show on fucking Netflix. Like it's like the equivalent to that MasterChef show, but for like barbecuers. And like the judges always go, "Oh yes, this chicken breast is succulent, and you can taste the cherry smoke." I'm like, I bet you can't, cunt. I bet you fucking can't taste the cherry smoke. I've been to a few smoked barbecue joints, like even meat stock, and it's like I can taste smoke.
Yeah.
I can't taste cherry smoke or fucking hickory smoke. I can taste smoke, and that's pretty much all you want to taste, really. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like anything else is like a fad, or
Yeah.
I bet you looked up specialty smoking woods, cherry, mesquite, hickory, all that shit. They're probably expensive as fuck,
Oh, they would be.
or way more than what they should be.
Yeah, that's right.
Like I reckon, just a natural hardwood would be the way to go. I think.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I suppose.
Look when you do campfire cooks.
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
going out getting we're getting some cherry wood and put it down.
Yeah, I hope we're camping somewhere where there's apple wood.
Yeah.
Fucking... But that
Apple
was
cedar.
like, I don't know. I reckon like just normal. I don't know. An ironbark fucking cut off, like, or just normal hardwood. I reckon that's the hardest smoke flavor to beat is natural smoke flavor.
Yep, that's
Like,
right.
I don't really buy into the flavored shit. I've used flavored chips before. Like, you go down to the butcher and buy like a bag of fucking cherry chips or something, and you can smell the flavor of the smoke. But like again, I've never ever noticed a difference in the final product using a flavored wood. And I don't know. Competition barbecuers might disagree, but I can't tell the difference. Like how like there's certain woods that you buy a bag of pellets, right? And it'll have like a symbol on the pellet. Like it'll have a picture of a cow, a chicken, or a pig, or something like that. Like what it's good for. And it's like some pellets won't have a picture of beef. Like I can't imagine a bag of cherry pellets would have a cow on it. But when I was buying I was from barbecues. I was buying the Traeger pellets. They were fucking pretty expensive, like 50 bags for 50 bags, $50 for 9 kilos. And they only ever used to have the cherry flavor in stock. So buy cherry flavor, and there was no picture of a beef. And I was cooking beef was all I really cooked when I started, and I used it for beef. And I was like, I don't know. The idea of specific woods for certain cuts is a bit fucky, if I think. Like, I can understand people maybe using apple wood for, like, a salmon or something like that, but apart from that, I don't really buy into it.
No, I don't. The first thing I'm probably going to cook, because I haven't had much luck on the Weber, but I want to buy a pork shoulder and do a nice pulled pork. Because with the Weber, it's just fucking a prick to get that temperature to stay at the right temperature.
Yeah.
And then keep it there, get it up there, fucking keep it there. And it's just like, this is fucked. And I was just standing there today when I was doing the burn off, and it was pretty windy outside too. And I was just watching the temperature, and it was just fucking barely even moving. I'm like, oh man,
yeah,
this is ridiculous. Again, this is so good.
You might get like a swing of maybe 1 or 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Like with wind, or if you open the lid to just check on it, or fucking. But that they really are the set and forget. Like,
No, they are.
They cop a lot of shit, and I don't buy into that either. It's like, oh, they're just a glorified oven. It's like, well, yeah, with smoke flavor. Fucking what of it, cunt? I'm not going to sit there fucking 12 hours babysitting a fire.
Yep.
Like, I want to have a drink.
Yeah, that's right. I was talking to people, and they reckon that they don't even use their ovens inside. Now they just use their fucking pellet smoker all the time. They just throw everything in the pellet smoker, and I'm like, man, fucking if I could afford a heap of bags of pellets, I'd do the same thing. But I was watching it today, because I had it up on high to fucking burn everything off. I was like, it's good to see how much pellets we use, and it barely even used any. I was just watching it, and I'm like, wow, this isn't going down a lot. And I opened up the thing just to see if there was a gaping big hole there, and fucking nothing's going in, but nothing was sinking in, and it was still going through. But I was quite happy with that.
They're pretty economical as well. Like, granted, pellets aren't the cheapest, and I don't know why they are priced like they are. But they're not the cheapest thing to buy, I've found. Like, you can find like good deals online, but then fucking postage for that weight of a product kills it. Like, it ends up being more than the actual product itself.
Yeah.
But yeah, unless you're cooking, unless you're doing, back-to-back 10, 12-hour cooks, then, a bag, I reckon a bag, depending on what you're cooking, should run you a month with probably 10 cooks out of a bag, I reckon.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Like I've been, the pellets, the smokers will use more pellets the higher temperature you're running.
Yeah.
And I've been running a Z grill lately on it maxes out at 230 degrees Celsius because I've been doing the pizzas on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm up to my 7th pizza, and it's barely put a dent in the actual hopper itself. So it's like a trade-off, I guess, with the price of pellets, but then at the same time, they're not hungry on them either.
Yeah.
Which is, I suppose, a good thing in the long run. But,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's the next thing I'm going to get. It's a pizza stone for that pizza oven and get some fucking pizzas happening.
Yeah, well, I got to look into buying a pizza oven. I had a little issue yesterday with because you do run the pellet smokers at a high temperature for too long, you can get the auger to catch fire. It can catch. My auger caught fire yesterday, and the hopper started smoking. So that was just for running So I was doing back-to-back pizzas, doing a video. So that was running the smoker too hot for too long. So I was like, fuck. So I might. I found Amazon. I got some cheap little, like, they're not full-size ones. They're just like tabletop.
Yeah.
Fucking pizza ovens, and they're fueled by chips, like wood chips or pellets as well.
Yeah.
Little thing in the back, like $140. Someone recommended one of these Gosneys.
Pretty good.
I was searching them last night, and I was like, oh, everyone's like, yeah, look into a Gosney pizza oven. I'm like, oh, yeah. Fucking clicked on the first product on their website page. It was like $1,400. I'm like, yeah, I might not do that. I might just buy the Amazon Prime deal of the week.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was
going to say, they sound like one of those fucking expensive ones.
Yeah, like they're like impressive, but I'm like, I'm pretty sure these pizzas that I'm doing is just a fad. So I'll just get a cheap one.
Yeah. No, but get something that's made to do.
Yeah, and
pizzas.
Like, even your pizza oven, you can still cook other shit on them. Yeah. As well.
Oh, fucking oath. Like I said to Sam, I said, with this pizza oven, I'm gonna do fucking because like I said, when I get that bloody a smoke stick thing, I'm gonna whack that in the pizza oven and do fucking smoked cheese and stuff.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you could. Yeah.
Just put the cheese up on the top shelf and then fucking just put that in the fucking heat basket. And
you could even do it in your pit boss as well if you wanted. If you didn't feel. Oh no, your pizza oven has a door, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No,
the door and
you're set.
Yeah.
You only really need a half enclosed space, and those little smoke, or what are they called? Wood chip boxes.
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called right now.
Yeah, but they're fucking
eBay and shit.
They're good
Cheap as fuck. Cheap as
fuck. Yeah, cheap as. Oh, smoke tubes. Sorry,
smoke tubes. That's what they're called.
Yeah. Mate. Yeah, they're fucking like, and smoked cheese. I done smoked cheese not too long ago. doesn't really need long at all. I was under the impression like I just had like my little smoke fucking generator thing going. I think I had the cheese on for about 2.5 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
And I cryovac it, and it said rest in the fridge for a minimum of 7 days up to 2 weeks. I'm like, all right, fair enough. Fuck, it was inedible. It was like eating ash. It was that fucking smoky. Or maybe I'm just not like accustomed to proper smoked cheese, but cheese takes on smoke like that for some reason.
Yeah. Jesus.
Like, yeah. But it is good. Once you get it right, it is fucking. It's the bee's knees.
Bee's knees.
Business.
Business. All right, that was a very good episode.
Was.
Hope you enjoy it. Next week, Matt should be back. And,
He'll have stories.
We have some stories to tell of the Caribbeans and stuff, and the natives that were in the Caribbeans.
Yes, the natives in cans.
It's we'll be episode will be out tomorrow afternoon, and next episode we'll just be us chatting again, more than likely about some random stuff.
Yeah, and don't forget to go and follow the page.
Yes, I'll leave the link.
Great advertisement.
In the description. Right, and next week's be my birthday episode.
Oh, it is, yeah. So
the day of recording is my birthday, and the day after it won't be, clearly, unless we're in America.
Yeah. So if you're not following the Bearded Mafia gaming page either, I'd recommend it. Could be something happening.
Something could be happening.
Something, yeah. If you're a fan of Rocket League,
what's your problem? All right, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Cheers, guys.
Catch you later.